Hi, I'm KastKing Pro Brent Chapman here, and I want to tell you about one of the newest reels in the KastKing lineup, and it's the MegaJaws Elite. These reels are really cool. They're top of the line. They're for the best pros out there, but they're also there for the new guy that's always been hesitant to use a casting reel. And what I mean by that is some of the new things that they've incorporated into this reel is you can take a guy like myself and make me look even better. But if you're the guy that's been hesitant, have tried casting reels in the past and couldn't cast them due to backlashes and all that, this reel, you can get away with that and become a great caster as well. So let me tell you about a few of the reasons you can do that on this reel. First and foremost, carbon disc drag. That's an important one. You know, you always want to have a good drag. Another one is 11+1 ball bearings. Shows you it's a top of the line reel to have that many ball bearings. Comes in two different gear ratios. We've got 7:2:1 and we've got 9:1:1 here. So two different gear ratios for all the different techniques you might need. So for a guy like me, this is the top of the line reel. And the reason is it's super lightweight, 6.28 ounces. It's got an aluminum body with carbon side covers. Makes this thing a top of the line reel. Okay, so I shared with you some of the features that make this reel great, but let me tell you what really sets this reel apart. It's the dual braking system. The dual braking system is what's going to make it great for a guy like myself, or if you're a new guy that's hesitant to fish a casting reel, this dual braking system is going to allow you to cast this reel as well. So here it is on the initial cast at the highest speed, all four of these brakes will come out, and then as it's starting to slow down, two of those will retract, and then as it slows down even more, the other two will retract to still allow the spool to flow freely and to make a long cast, but also not to allow the reel to backlash. So the centrifugal automatic brake system is actually a disc, and as you see in the disc here, there's four sections to this. The two discs that are across from each other, they're basically set at the same spring setting, and then the other two are set at a higher spring setting. So what happens is when you initially cast this thing and the spool's going really hard, all of these expand to help control the backlash at those high speeds. And then as it's starting to slow down, two of those will retract, and then as it slows down even more, the other two will retract to still allow the spool to flow freely and to make a long cast, but also not to allow the reel to backlash. So that's a huge deal there. That's new technology into casting reels, but one that will make you a better caster. But it also has the traditional magnetic settings as well that a lot of us are familiar with, and that's just a simple dial from 1 to 10, and you can get there and engage that setting to whatever your preference is, 1 being the lightest and 10 being the strongest setting on there to help you adjust the fine settings to make you the best caster you can be. What's unique about this traditional magnetic on here is it's different than the other ones. This is 360 degrees, where the other reels will typically have little buttons on there that will cause little gaps or whatever. This has a clean 360 degrees, so there's no slip, no bouncing, makes it super smooth. So okay, I've shared with you the great features of this reel, some of the new features to make it where anybody can cast this thing, the dual patented braking system, but last but not least, it also has a flippin switch. Some of you old school will know what I'm talking about there, a flippin switch. You can flip this switch, and if you're into flipping and pitching, you basically push your button, and as soon as your thumb comes off the reel, you don't have to flip the handle. You just let off the thumb bar, and the reel's instantly engaged. These used to be around a long time ago. When I first got into fishing, there were some brands out there that had a flipping switch. Well, they kind of went away, and I don't understand why that is, because I'm super excited to see that a flipping switch has come back, because it's one of those features, if you use it and like it, you'll be in love with it forever. And what it's used for, it's used for flipping and pitching. You know, that close quarters, you pitch it in there and a fish hits the bait almost instantly. And a lot of times, instead of having to reel down or engage your reel so you can set the hook, a lot of times you can just set the hook. Punching, it's a real big deal. Punch it in there and you can immediately set the hook. But what's also a big deal is, you know, with all the electronics technology that's out there, is vertical fishing. And this is where the flippin switch comes in very handy also. So you imagine dropping a spoon down or a blade bait and you're watching on your electronics, and a lot of times you'll be watching that bait go down, and a fish will swim up and hit it, and a lot of times there's a little bit of delay and you won't feel that strike that you essentially see on your electronics. But where traditional reels, you have to engage the handle to set the hook, this one, you're just pushing the button, and as soon as you let off of the thumb bar, the reel's engaged, so you don't have to fish with two hands. A lot of times you can just do it with the one and then immediately set the hook. So the Flippin Switch is one of those features. You may love it, you may not need to use it, but if you love it, we've got it right here on this reel, and I can't wait to put it to use. So there it is, the new KastKing MegaJaws Elite, an amazing reel, a great reel for a guy like myself, or for a beginner that's been hesitant to use a casting reel. The MegaJaws Elite has it all, and just a phenomenal reel. You got to give it a try. Guys, I'm Brent Chapman. Have a great day.